A short video on a simple topic. As the video title says, Jesus is the last prophet that we should listen to. He is obviously not the last prophet ever. Jesus said there would be more false prophets in the future when he said, "And many false prophets shall rise, and shall deceive many." Jesus also said, "For there shall arise false Christs and false prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders, insomuch that, if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect." So these false prophets will show signs and wonders. So when we say that Jesus was the last prophet, we mean that Jesus is the last prophet that we should listen to. Any prophet who comes after Jesus' ascension, but before his return, must be a false teacher. Jesus warned us of this. Basing such a major tenement of faith on just two verses that people usually interpret as end-time prophecy is not a smart move. So let us dig deeper into Jesus' explanations that we should only be listening to him. In the parable of the Good Shepherd, which Jesus interpreted for us, he said, "And a shepherd will they, the sheep, not follow, but will flee from him, for they know not the voice of strangers. Those that follow the shepherd are the sheep. The sheep only listen to the shepherd. They do not listen to anyone else." This fulfills older prophecy as well. Ezekiel prophesied, "And I will set up one shepherd over them, and he shall feed them, even my servant David. He shall feed them, and he shall be their shepherd." A shepherd to lead even David, who himself was a prophet. And he will be a shepherd. And Jesus is this shepherd. Jesus is so serious about himself being our leader, he said, "But be not ye called Rabbi, for one is your master, even Christ, and all ye are brethren. And neither be ye called masters, for one is your master, even Christ." If we are not to call anyone else master or rabbi, and we recognize that there is only one shepherd, then there is no one left for us to listen to but the shepherd Jesus. No one else can come and teach us anything. There is only Jesus. And this makes sense. God wants us to listen to him. Just as Samuel said, "Hath the Lord as great delight in burnt offerings and sacrifices, as in obeying the voice of the Lord? Behold, to obey is better than sacrifice, and to hearken than the fat of lambs." To this end, God said, "I will raise them up a prophet from among their brethren, like unto thee, and will put my words in his mouth, and he shall speak unto them all that I shall command him. And it shall come to pass, that whosoever will not hearken unto my words, which he shall speak in my name, I will require it of him." Jesus claimed to be this prophet at least twice when he said that he only speaks God's words. "Believest thou not that I am in the Father, and the Father in me? The words that I speak unto you I speak not of myself, but the Father that dwelleth in me, he doeth the works." And, "For I have not spoken of myself, but the Father which sent me, he giveth me a command, what I should say, and what I should speak." And in the next verse, Jesus also confirms that you must listen to it. Just as God said, "I will require it of him." And I know that his commandment is life everlasting. "Whatsoever I speak therefore, even as the Father said unto me, so I speak." With all that said, we can see that we need none other than Jesus. He is the last prophet that we should listen to. And he has only said what God told him to say. We need no other teacher, minister, prophet, priest, father, or anything but a brother or sister. Jesus is the prophet of prophets. We can trust him. As such, if you believe that Jesus was a prophet sent from God, you can either follow other people like Paul, Muhammad, or Martin Luther, or you can believe what Jesus said and just listen to him, as the prophet that even King David will follow. There are no other choices.